Good evening everyone and welcome back to another edition of UZEX News. Today we're going to present your attention comments on some popular segments of the UZEX exchange trade platform. Today we're going to present your attention comments on the trading results and the electronic procurement system Harit.uz starting from the months of January and up to the months of August of 2019. For the considering period, the transactions for more than 2.3 trillion sums were concluded via electronic trade system by government procurement. That's what we can see on the diagram. Including in the months of January, the transactions volume accounted 130 billion sums. In the months of August, this indicator accounted 348, as we can see on the diagram, 130 billion sums in the months of January, and definitely the top one is mentioned in the months of August, which was almost 348. But in between we had in the months of July, which was almost the same 357 billion sums at the UZEX platform. In the purchases structure, the main part of the concluded transactions were accounted for the electronic auction, which goes with 70%. That's what we can see on the diagram, definitely. In particular, the share of transactions concluded in the electronic auction by the corporate customers accounted 41%, which goes with e-Harit, and that goes with a yellow line. 29%, which goes with a blue one, and de-Harit by budgetary customers. The share of electronic shop is relatively lower. That's what we can see on the diagram. In particular, 17% of the transactions were concluded in the electronic shop by budgetary customers shop UZEX.uz. That's what we can see on the diagram. Definitely it goes with a green line. And the top of the pyramid here goes with the e-shop, 14% by the corporate customers, e-shop.uzex.uz, which goes with a red color on top of the pyramid, as that's what we can see on the diagram. So let's go and look properly and touching upon the participants of the government procurement. The number of the suppliers in an electronic system by public procurement is permanently growing. That's what we can see on the diagram. A significant part of them are the subject of small business and private entrepreneurship. So in particular, for the months of January and August of 2019, their share in concluded transactions exceeded 95%. That's what we can see on the diagram. And definitely the remaining 5% takes the other suppliers. That's what we can see also on the diagram, and it goes with a yellow color. So let's go to the saving of the resources is one of the most important indicators of the electronic government procurement. And for the considering period in the electronic system by government procurement, over 464 billion sums were saved. In the dynamics volume of saving resources, a growth also has been observed. That's what we can see on the diagram. In particular, if in the months of January this indicator counted 20 billion sums, that's what we can see on the diagram. In the months of August, it increased up to 75 million sums, as we can see on the diagram. So, however, a slight decrease has been observed comparing with the months of August. It is due to reduce of purchases volume in the months of September. And at the end of the program, we see the volume of concluded transactions in the regional section. The highest indicators in the regional structure are traditional fixed by metropolitan area, Tashkent and Tashkent region, which combined share accounted 45%. That's what we can see on the diagram from all concluded transactions. It's worth to mention about Naui region, which took the next position with a share of almost 12% of the consumption level. That's what we can see on the diagram as well, and a specific weight of Fergana position is at level of 7%, and definitely the share of other regions is in the range of 1 and 5%, as we can see on the diagram. We remind you that you will get acquainted with the procedure for participating in e-government procurement on the website Harit.uz. Bye.